right, fellas, good afternoon. Welcome to Shyt Talk. Yes, at its best. My man Tony is here with me, and we're going to kick it around a little bit. How you doing, Tony?
Hey, I'm good. It's another week. We decided to change the name from T&D's Outback Chat because it's like I listened to it and I said chat might sound like we ain't talking about shit. They just chatting, ain't talking about shit. So we said we gonna try shit talking at its best and
Perfect.
see what we get with that. But anyway, we got a couple of views, and I got a couple of comments about some things.
I got many.
You did?
Yeah, I got many opinions and everything, Tony.
Alright, but that's cool.
Opinion,
That's
was
what we
a good
looking
thing.
for, right?
Yeah, it was a good thing.
So that's all we doing, having fun, looking for a couple of opinions and what they people think. But other than that, everything good.
Now, I'm going to start by saying, should I say Happy Labor Day to you? Because when you get my age, man, Labor, you ain't looking for nothing to be happy about Labor unless it's free.
Man, yeah,
The labor
man.
got to be free. If it ain't free, we can't. I ain't happy about it. I don't know about somebody else.
Yeah.
I think I already paid my dues with the Labor Party thing.
I definitely did mine. But to everybody else that wants to say,
Yes,
to
yes.
everybody else in Labor, Happy Labor Day to anybody that want to hear.
Now, what's the shit on the street, bro? What's happening these days?
Same shit.
Same different day.
But it started off since we last talked. I think the next day, I'm pretty sure you heard about. We had a hate crime.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, hate crime, man. And what you think about that?
Well,
you got any
bruh,
thinking about it?
Bro, it's like I hate you, but you don't hate me, and you don't hate me, and I hate you. We always throwing that mix in there, but the bottom line is something's happened, and there's a disconnect there somewhere. I don't know where it is, I don't know why it is, but it's there, And we gotta sit down and discuss that, and talk about it, and figure out, why there's this big disconnect between how you feel about me and how I feel about you. It's obvious there.
Yeah, well, who gonna sit down and talk? Who gonna sit?
Well,
who need to sit down
well,
and talk?
well, not me and you. We gonna do it. We gonna start it
we
all.
gonna talk. I
We
talk.
gonna
But I'm
do
saying
our thing.
talking to try to come to a solution.
These broke
because I think we've been going through this for years.
Yeah, but decades.
Decades
and centuries.
Yeah,
let's
all that.
kick
So
it
I
out there.
don't know what talking can be done, but
Right.
I do feel it's kind of funny though, because they talk about these hate crimes. Seems like we've been getting hate crimes all our life, since we were slaves to come up and a hate crime pop up, and it's nothing different. It's just that's what it is.
Let's do though, right? Didn't it get sophisticated more every year, or is it just straight out hate?
Well,
hate?
what happened? Didn't a little white kid went into church some years back and shot like 9 black people? Then the police took him out and stopped him at Burger King. Or
They
McDonald's.
gave him some bubble gum too.
Said he needed
I
something.
think Mary Jane's and a couple of those.
But check this though, didn't Biden pass through a executive order a year ago or a year or two ago? I think it was for Asian community or something, that it was a couple of hate crimes that went down, and Biden was like, we can't have this, and signed an executive order within a week.
Everybody always say what we can't have, and we got to do something about it, but shit, nothing happens.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why no president ever decided to write executive order on black hate crimes? I guess because it don't matter.
well, no, it matters, bro. It matters to me, to me, but
us, to us, and
to a bigger audience.
It doesn't matter about signing a hate crime.
No.
Yeah, but I just thought about that when I heard it went down, and it's just like when it go down with blacks, it's just that's what it is. But these other communities and stuff, they make some action happen behind these actions. But with us, all you can't do with us is say the N-word. Just don't say anything else. You can do anything else. But if you say the N-word, you might get in some trouble. You might lose your job if you say the N-word.
Oh my God! Well, man, I'm gonna tell you. The way I look at it is, it is what it is, but it shouldn't be what it is. And hear me when I say that. It is what it is, but it shouldn't be what it is. And we always say we gotta change.
But I hear, I hear people, I hear white Americans, some white Americans, and I also hear black Americans, blacks that, like blacks for Trump, and even I do seem to do with the shirt on niggas for Trump, and all those guys, all those. I hear them say, I hear even on TV and everything. But I hear them say, we ain't got no problem in America. Blacks just complain and just complain about what's going on. So to them, it's no problem. Everything is on an even field, if they say.
Does it ever die off? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying saying people are dying, but where does it got to be a balance there somewhere, whereas that attitude eventually erodes or go away. It doesn't stay there. The attitude of white America, Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans, whoever hate the African American community, doesn't it go away? Does it get better every year?
They try to make you believe it's gotten better.
Okay,
That's
I got
what
it.
they try to make you believe it's getting better. Mm-hmm. See, the only thing on racism now is that you can't be overt with it. You can't be straight out with it. You gotta hide your.
That's what I was saying.
You gotta hide. Yeah. I guess that's a good word. It's offensive. Racism is sophisticated now. So now, they can't call you the N-word in your face and tell you exactly how they feel about you. They got to hide it and smile in your face and everything. But that's the move that guy Trump is trying to make. That's why he's trying to make America great again.
Yeah,
he's trying to make America great again when they can do that.
Well, the key word is again.
Yeah,
so that tells me what again from what?
From that time when they can do and say what they want to say out their mouth and nothing happen. And that's what they all cheering about.
That's a damn good point.
That's what we supposed to be preparing for. But black people are supposed to be with that too. Our blacks for Trump, they don't see that. They saying ain't nothing. I guess they think we always been good too. At one time in the past, I guess black Americans was doing better than they doing now. I guess that's what they saying, because they want to go back to making America great again. But I don't remember it being great, man. Not for people of my color. I think for white people, America always been great for white.
Should we be on?
On.
Should every African American out here say somebody to rung the bell and we need to arm up?
Of course, we should be armed. I mean, if you're not armed, then I think for both sides. I mean, there's so much crime and stuff that's around. I mean, for yourself, for your family, for whatever, for whoever, neighborhood, whatever, you need to be armed. But definitely, you need to be armed against the people that don't like you for just your color. Definitely need to be armed.
What about for every action there's a reaction? Because if you're going to react to every action that's against you, then I know you should defend yourself. I'm not saying don't defend yourself. But for every action there's a reaction. When does it ever stop in a sense where we're not killing each other? Because, that's the end result, is that we kill enough of each other and we're in the same damn place where we start.
Well, we kill each other and they kill us, and we at the bad end of either way it looks, you know what I'm saying? They want to make it look like that. Like I said, it's no racism. We have no problems in America. Black people just, our main problem, if you listen to the Trump supporters or whatever, is the black family. The black family had no man in it. They didn't raise their family. They didn't do the right thing. That's why the black community is out of control. But they don't have nothing about all the oppression that led up to a community being the way that they are. They just take that out the equation. They just how they are. But it's funny, we just like we are.
Yeah.
But a white kid go shoot up a school.
Yeah.
We had several. It ain't just one go shoot up a school. But the first thing,
hopefully not. Hopefully not. I'm hopefully not, guys.
Hopefully not. But we know.
The chances are pretty high.
I think they stopped a couple not too long ago.
Oh really?
But but they say, but when those kids do their action, they say something was wrong in the family. He was depressed. Something was going on. He needed psychological help. We should have gotten some help earlier. But our kids that grew up in poverty, grew up in a neighborhood where violence is around all the time. From the time we're born, we see this, hear it, we hear sirens all the time. They never say that, black kids need any psychological help. They out here killing each other, yeah. But why? Why they out here doing what they doing? Because they living in poverty, and that's all they see. They think it's okay to be that way. But nobody says when that guy kills that other guy, he maybe should have got some psychological help. Maybe we need to put some of our kids in that type of program.
We're groomed, Tony. We're groomed to feel that it's not good or you weak as a person. I ain't gonna say a man or woman, as a person, to seek some sort of mental health assistance. Because you think about it, it's like, man, I ain't getting no counseling. I ain't got.
But if you're young, but I'm saying the young kids. That's what these kids are in junior high school and high school that's doing the shooting up. But I'm saying they quit to tell them they should need some counseling because their mother and father didn't show them enough love. That's why they went and shot.
Both sides.
That.
Both sides though. When they say the mother and father don't show them enough love, when it comes down to a white kid sitting in front of a therapist, that's the conclusion that it comes out, that your father did something to you.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's your father did something to you mentally, physically,
right,
sexually.
But that could have happened, or it could have not. But I'm just saying they jumped to that conclusion first, saying they should have got it. But they never say that about black kids.
The father?
They never say nothing about black kids.
What about the white mother?
What about?
Don't she do the abusive?
My point is that they find a reason for them to be the way they are. It's never we're just like that. We're
That's just how we make up. That's how DNA.
Yeah. It's nothing dealing with our society or anything or our bring up. We just born
like that.
We just born violent.
Damn, Tony.
That's
what don't they send us to war then? All they send us over there to fight the VidCon and
because they need a body.
All these people. I get it,
because they need a body. But they know it's not true.
But
they know it's not true. But we do go for it. Unless you're a strong black individual. But they know that's not true. They know that's not facts that we are that way. But that's the narrative they put out there. So people catch on. Yeah, that's why they scared when they see you walk down the street because they telling you that black person already is this. That's how they are. That's how they're born. And not every white person. I'm not saying every white person. No. Some white people, they know exactly what's going on here. They know exactly what's going on.
Right.
But I think the racist white people have doubled down on that since that guy got in office and gave them more power.
Yeah.
They made them feel good about being racist.
They're breeding more than we are, Tony.
Yeah.
They're breeding more than the ones who don't believe that. They have to be because, or their voice is louder. It can't be any more louder than from the White House. I get that. That's the biggest bully pulpit in the country. In the country. Probably the world. So I get it, but how do you continue to breed that type of mentality? And it sticks, and it continues to breed and breed and breed. And the other side doesn't
people believe it. Because they really believe it.
How did voice get louder than yours or mine?
Our voice never been loud. Our voice not loud.
Okay.
We're not on there. And as we talked last week, we don't have the leaders with the voices out that we have. We don't have anybody speaking out for all of us, not on the big stage. Even when Obama was up there, he didn't speak on these issues as much. And I think he couldn't because, being president, he couldn't play.
That's what he said?
That's what he said, of all people. So he couldn't show. He couldn't say maybe what he wanted to say. I don't know if he wanted to say it or not. But, I don't know.
Well, I guess you're not in his head, and that's true.
Right.
You got a point there. But what I'm saying is that his actions tell me that he wanted to make the world a better place. His policies tell me he wanted to make the world a better place. But the loud voices through that narrative out there, like you said, that was negative, that did not promote the type of policies and positions that he was saying, I'm going to elevate all people, not just black people, because I've got black skin. All people. And that's the only thing that makes this world go around. If you approach it that way, you can't lose.
Well, you can lose. Because some people don't want it to be that way. still some people. I mean, he got a second term and everything. So
Yes.
it was, you know, he did have some backing in that. But as we know, the powers that be are over top of him. You know, the rich and the powerful are the ones that really run this thing. But before we get off that subject, I just want to put this this scenario out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Obama wouldn't have won the second term, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he would have had his little speech down Capitol Hill and told his followers that they robbed him of the election.
I know where you're going with this. I feel like I do anyway.
Right? Now, his crowd would have been a mixed crowd. Majority African American, but he had a lot of white supporters.
Yeah.
Suppose they would have marched down on that Capitol. Suppose they would have marched down there.
A lot of bloodshed, Tony. There's been a lot of bloodshed.
Why?
Because they give us a gun and they give us blood type of reactions, whereas they give cookies to the other reactions and milk.
Nah, man,
that's what they do.
They tell me
that's
that ain't no different.
It shouldn't be no different.
Yeah, but that's what they tell me. I still listen to. I listen to them. They say ain't no racism, ain't no systemic racism. They say ain't nothing. You sure would have been a lot? You sure more people would have got killed
I'm almost positive more people would have got killed if it was brothers that went through that Capitol, like you said. If the brothers that went there, you didn't say they wanted to be killed. I said it. More people would have been killed.
I know what would have happened. I'm just wondering what you think. I want to know what they think would have happened. Everybody know what would have happened. Everybody know what would have happened if it would have been mostly people of our color on there. And trying to do what they did. One person died on the scene. One girl got shot. Who should have got shot. I'm gonna say that. But
he did say he hate to say that.
But check this out. No cops feared for their life though. And I watched that. And I was like, damn, they gonna kill them cops. But no cop feared for their life, did they?
Oh no, yes they did.
They did?
A cop, yes.
Hold on. How they fear for their life when nobody pulled out? How nobody pulled out a gun?
But bear spray, they throwing sticks.
They pulled me over on the side of the street. And they fear for their life. They pull out their gun.
Yeah, I get it.
They pull out their gun when they.
But see, there was jurisdictional issues there too. And I say jurisdictional. The Capitol Police, DC Police, National Guard, military, all of them have a role that they play. Military don't come into neighborhoods and deal with nothing. National Guard, no, they don't supposed to. But National Guard do if they're activated by the executive, being the mayor or the governor or whatever.
What they tell me the law is that it saves a lot of cops why they don't go to jail for the killing. Because they fear for their life. They could pull their gun at any time. If you fear for your life, me as a citizen, I can carry my gun. If I fear for my life, I can pull mine. But I'm just what I'm saying, Dale, is that when they around they colored people, they pulling that thing out ain't something they want to do.
No, they rather bake cookies.
They don't want to pull their thing out. They would rather almost die before they. But a guy could jaywalk, a black guy could jaywalk, and turn around and say, "Man, what you stopping me for?" Next thing you know, he reaching for his gun, man.
Well, a pregnant woman could be in her car, 20 years old, and get shot and killed because, for what? This happened just yesterday or a day before yesterday. She was 20 years old.
I'm just wondering.
I don't understand that.
How they justify it?
They haven't justified it yet. That blew me, but they will justify it in some way. I'm just saying.
Man,
they will justify it.
But they want me to be like, America the beautiful and great, and I'm supposed to sit back and say it's wonderful when I feel like we still get treated as second-class citizens.
So, but they can't even tell you to go home, right? They can't tell you to go back to where you came from, right? Why the hell did you bring me here?
They tell
Why you bring me here then?
Yeah, I ain't never been nowhere. I mean, on vacation. I haven't been to Africa.
Yeah.
But I've been places on vacation, but I haven't been there. So where am I going back to?
Well,
I mean, but that's what they tell me. That's where Kern, where all the Kerns, you've heard of Kern, right?
No.
You haven't heard of Kern? I know you're not on social media, right?
No, I'm not.
But no, all these white women that get into these confrontations with mostly people of color about the littlest thing about walking your dog in a park, selling water on the sidewalk. There comes saying you shouldn't do. they feel so empowered that God
To say
got
that
them.
to
Yeah, to
them,
come.
to confront them.
To confront them. Yeah, ask your kids
Okay.
about
Okay,
parenting.
I'm asking my daughter about it. I'm asking
See,
my
I'm
daughter
pretty
and my
sure
son
they can
about
tell
it.
you.
About
But they
kindness.
feel so empowered, man, that they can come and tell you what to do with your life, and that they got the power to do that. And that guy is giving them that power to make them feel empowered to do that. So I'm just saying, the people that love this guy, he's an opportunist. I'm not going to call him a racist. He's an opportunist. Whatever he can find that's going to get him what he wants or favor him, he's going for it.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question, Tony, and I'm sort of switching topics here. I'm sort of switching gears, but I'm going to ask you a question. What does he do? Does he wake up in the morning and he has a policy that he's going to bring forward? Or does he have boys who sit down, we have a few beers, we have energy drink, whatever your drink is, you do, and y'all kicking and y'all say, well, you know what? We need to work on this segment of the population.
That orange guy?
Yeah, the orange guy. Or what does 45 do? When he get up in the morning, obviously he has policies. But
yeah.
Tony, I'm saying these jokers bring these policies to him that he ain't got nothing. I can't imagine he can think of all this crap.
One thing I think, no,
And we shit talking.
I don't think, yeah,
You know,
we just talking shit. But I don't think he thinks about the policy. But I think he telling them it's gonna go this way and how it's gonna go, how he gonna work the angle.
Okay.
He got an angle with everything he does. So whatever way he wants to work thing, you know that man sat there and said that he could kill somebody. I think he said 14th Street. He not lose it.
On Fifth Avenue.
Fifth Avenue. He not lose it. And he not lying. Because he done did what he done did.
No, you're right.
He ain't lost a. They love him more. I
get it, Tony, but that's I don't think that fly now. Now, when he first was in there, I'm saying
he's leading as the. He's got these other clowns in the Republican Party.
Well, they ain't clowns, Tony. They're gutless men.
Well, we know
gutless.
That. We know that. But
you're gonna talk about your wife,
and then you're gonna fight him. And first you're gonna fight. He's talking about my wife.
What?
And then when he becomes president, he's a great man. I'm backing him 100%. You know, that's all about power.
And Tony, and I don't mean to cut you, but really, what we saying is not like we welling, like we telling lies.
No, it's fact.
We're on a podcast telling the truth.
That's
this is stuff that happened.
Yeah, it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy if you look, but to them, they got a reason for it. A guy told me, you know, Trump got them money. When Trump was in office, they got money. They was making money. Now they ain't making no money. They ain't making no money because Trump ain't in charge. And the only reason they want to lock Trump up is he got a lot of stuff on him. He got a lot. And he had the nerve to tell her Trump did more for the black community than any other president. Mm-hmm. Told me and my wife that on the cruise. Mm-hmm. He wasn't a bad dude. He was like, man, Trump did a lot for the black. Well, we saying, what'd he do?
And when did he do it?
Like, what'd he do?
Yeah, and when?
He like, look it up. Look it up.
Okay,
Let's look it up. You know? So I still ain't. I've been looking for shit.
Did you look for him through the cruise again and say, I found something?
No. I'm gonna see him another time and tell myself. But we got to say, man, we ain't talking politics on this cruise. But anyway, yeah, man. So they really feel that Trump is the man, and like I said, I don't see it. But I ain't, I'm no Republican, no Democrat. I believe all of it. I believe all of it's a game. I believe they playing game with the American people.
So you're independent, or you just have no affiliation?
I have no affiliation.
Okay.
If somebody's running or somebody's doing something that I see or I believe in,
So you vote when you go into that voting booth. You vote your interest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. That's your interest vote, and ain't nothing, that's what most people should be, I guess. Well, depending on what your interest is, though, Tony. You know, because I don't know, but so you vote your interest.
Yeah, that's when I vote. But sometimes none of them get my interest, and I'm getting to that point where it don't matter who's in there, nothing changed. And let me tell you on the real, I agree with a lot of the policies that the Republicans have.
Okay.
I agree with a lot of politics.
The conservatism of them, because they ain't conservative no more.
No, they not. But it's just some things they say and do. But one thing about it that I don't, that I feel about it, the stuff that I think that they're saying that's positive and all that, it's not really for people of color though. They're not really talking to people of color. They'll tell you it's everybody's aware. It's for everybody, but I don't feel that it's for people. They're not really telling it it's for people for color. They talking about the white community. And that's how I feel. I don't have any facts on that right there. But that's just my feeling because I can see the way they say other things when they come out with these other things against people of color and thinking we're lazy this or this and all those type of things. So when they say all you got to do is work hard and you can get whatever you want to do, yeah, you can work hard. We got to work extra hard. I believe that saying is for white America. If you work hard, you probably can achieve it. Whatever. I think Black America got to work extra hard to achieve
more than
these
extra,
things.
3 times
Okay.
extra.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question on a slightly another topic, but it's still in the realm of under this umbrella of what we're talking about.
Okay.
Now, what about the COVID? Now, when COVID hit the world, not just the states, the
And when it's
world.
getting ready to hit again, as they say it's coming,
Probably.
but go ahead.
Yeah, no,
They
you
say it's
may be
coming.
right.
They
You're
say
right.
it's
So
coming.
when it hit, now here's a way that the government could not be discriminatory towards African Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans, Caucasians. This is how they had to be fair about it, the policy, right? When they gave us that extra, or they didn't give it to me, but when they gave you the extra $600 per week, per person who was working, and that was at home, right? They could not give Caucasian families $800 a week. They could not give African American families $500 a week, or Asians or Hispanics $200 a week. They had to give everybody the same amount, no matter what your income was, no matter what your status in the community was, what political connections you had.
You got with everybody.
So, that tells me that there is a way to get to fairness in this country, because you couldn't give me $600 and then give another guy. It wasn't unemployment.
Right.
It wasn't how much I paid into the system. Look, you got to give me exactly what you gave them.
Right.
So, and that happened.
Yeah, it happened.
And they put black people ahead,
But
Tony.
it happened because that's all they could do. They couldn't figure out a way to dick you this time.
I get that, but
it
when
was
it
no
happened
way
too quick,
around it.
I guess,
it was
right?
no way around it. So they can't figure. And you brought that up because I just watched a clip where they were talking about health care. And they were talking about for years they've been trying to get health care in America. They said the number one reason they couldn't get health care in America because they didn't want blacks to have it. They said they didn't want blacks to be able to have health care for free in America. So they've really been dicking. Even white people been getting dicked because they trying to do so much but not give it to help out the black community on these type of topics. And there's other topics like that where the whites lose out and they feel like, oh, this is what black people doing it. Nah, we not doing it to you. The people that make these policies and these rules and the higher ups, those are people that's doing it because they're trying to stop a group of people from excelling or growing or whatever. And that's something that I know a lot of white Americans don't want to believe, but we know it because we live it.
Well, I think that my policy or my take on that was that they didn't want to name Obamacare. That the insurance was going to fit everybody. Because there's no way you can go in this world and not say Obamacare and not know what it is. It's like naming the airport in Reagan.
Yeah.
You got to go Reagan National Airport.
But Obama and his staff, they did it.
Yes.
And what they do about all they did was talk negative about it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all they
because
did
it was
talk.
named Obamacare, bro.
And it because
and it was effective.
and he did it.
Yeah.
And he did it. If a Republican would have did the same thing, oh man, it would say, see, we the
greatest.
We the greatest.
It was Rushmore status, right? They were thinking about putting around Rushmore.
We the greatest policy. We the greatest political
right.
Democratic party, but they always try to say, well, what the Democrats done for the black community? They ain't done that. All y'all vote for the black community. All y'all vote for the Democrat vote. Whatever they did over the years, they ain't did nothing. Y'all still in poverty. Y'all still got this. Y'all still got that. But if you look at it, Democrats ain't always been in office.
Right.
Since I really probably started looking at politics, I think Reagan was there. Then we had the two Bushes, the son and the father, right there, Republicans, right?
Yeah.
What happened in the black community when they were in there? Did things get better when the Republicans.
Well, it depends on who you ask.
That's what. Oh yeah.
It
If you
depends on
ask people who ain't from the,
there's some brothers that's gonna tell you it was beautiful for them.
not the ones that come from the hood,
No,
ain't
not
gonna tell
from
you.
the hood.
Yeah, people that was already
You know,
probably
not the ones in the hood
established.
yet, right.
They gonna tell you that they was doing better. But the hood, this what they talk about. The Democrats ain't did nothing for the hood, basically. Ain't brought poverty up. Ain't did. That's all I'm saying. It's that the Republicans haven't done it either. They ain't done it either.
No.
So why would you think? And like I said, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. But why would you think or a black person would change his way of voting for Republicans if he ain't seen no change when they in office either?
But there's always some connect, Tony, because you got some sisters out there and some brothers who are voting for that Republican platform. They are voting for it, and you and I don't understand. I was in Philadelphia during Obama's his first term, right? And well, this was before he was even president. I was campaigning for him in Philadelphia, and I'm like, dude, and I was going door to door in a part of, I think it was sort of like Pittsburgh area, but it was, I don't know if it was the outskirts or inskirts, because I don't know Pittsburgh well or Pennsylvania that well, but I know I went into some neighborhoods, Tony, and they sent, of course, me into more African American neighborhoods to tell them that, you know, just consider this man voting for this man. And I tell you, Tony, the reaction that I got, I thought I was in Johannesburg over there with apartheid. I'm telling you, from my own brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Not that it should make any difference, because some of the other brothers and sisters who are lighter, Caucasian brothers and sisters, they would give me the same reaction.
Right.
So I was thinking, was this neighborhood based? You know, is this community based? And I mean, I traveled, gosh, it must have been 10, 15 mile radius of folks just going door to door for Obama. This is when he was going for the presidency.
First time.
And I'm like, man, but what I heard, Tony, though, was so deflating to me, because I had to drive back home from Philly after I met with these people, bro, and it was not a good conversation in my head.
They don't mess with your soul about.
Bruh, they mess with my head, Tony. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, how are you thinking like that?
Man,
why are you thinking like that?
Some of us drink the Kool-Aid, man.
Because they could have think the same thing about me.
Some drink
they could have said,
yeah.
Well, damn, why are you thinking like that? What's wrong with you?
Well, but some drink the Kool-Aid and believe this stuff, believe these stats that, or I had, you know the guy Larry, he used to be play a judge on TV. His name was Larry something. He was on the Breakfast Club not too long ago.
Okay.
And he was up there, and he was putting out all these facts or all these receipts about, you know, why blacks are in the position they're in. And his number one reason was the black family, you know, no fathers, no family. Yeah, he's a brother, yeah. And he was spitting out the facts, and then he would talk about slavery. He was like, yeah, well, you know, the slaves were sold from a black, you know, king over in Africa.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, so if he sold them to, like, okay, so that make it all right.
Okay,
right.
So
That, it was like, he sold them. So what happened over here?
Right.
Don't even, like, it don't matter. That 400 years don't matter, because he sold the slaves over here. So we shouldn't even be really complaining.
Something though, right? He wasn't coerced to something, right? Come on, man.
I don't know. This man, he was telling these things. He just saying these things off the top. He said, and Charlemagne, he wasn't getting at him like, well, what does that have to do with what's happening? Then he talked about, I think he said that he said another group of people were worse, got treated worse than the black slaves. And I forget what he said they was worse than treated. And I'm like, really, man? You got to say we weren't treated the worst slaves, so we should be all right.
Yeah.
I had a black woman. She was old. She was on TV on social media, stating her facts, and she sounded knowledgeable or everything she said. But she said, you know, and there was some black slave owners too, and they treated the slaves worse than the white slave owners.
I ain't never seen a story about a black slave owner.
That's what they got. Maybe that nerve. They got that nerve to about here now.
Ignorant.
They got that out here now. But what difference? So but she trying
Saying
to
that it's
lessen.
all right.
She
Saying
trying
it's
to
all right.
lessen.
Yeah.
They want that bad.
Yeah, right.
You know,
right.
like, I mean, I'm like, how y'all?
How you take a person from their home though, Tony, and Tony, and think that they okay?
But that's what these people are saying, man. These people that you went around the house, they feel the same way. Ain't nothing wrong with what they did. You should have been over that shit.
I ain't never go back on a campaign ever again, Tony. I ain't never go back to Pennsylvania ever again.
Man,
I'm telling you.
Hey, I rode through there. I rode through there one time. I ain't feel that good about it, bro.
And this is steel country. Was supposed to be in Pittsburgh, steel country. I'm not talking about inner city Philadelphia, downtown. But I'm saying this is the outskirts. I guess it's the outskirts.
I took my nephew. We took my nephew to camp up there one year, man. I ain't feel good riding around there.
But I'm saying I'm amongst my own people who look like.
But man, I'm telling you, everybody else ain't us, man. Everybody black. I guess Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black.
Well,
that claim,
but that wasn't the context he was using.
But he shouldn't have said it.
Right,
and he said a lot of stuff. That's why I'm no fan of Biden. I'm no fan of Biden's either. So I know what he's done in the past, what he's said in the past, and deep down inside, most of them are like that. So I don't. You know, that's why I got to just stand back, man, and just watch this thing play out. And I know that if they say if you don't vote, don't
watch it play out, though.
That's all I can do now. I've been trying to make moves earlier, or trying to watch this thing change.
Yeah.
I've been trying to watch this thing change for years.
I've been trying to watch Baltimore change for years. I mean, the inner city, the real estate business in Baltimore, I've been trying to watch that change for years. But the Joker told me I could buy a row of houses, and I'm switching a little bit, but it's in the same context. I can buy a row of houses up there for $80,000, a whole block, and that was back in 2009, 8 or 9. There's a real estate bubble would burst at that time or whatever. But I could buy a whole block of houses. But Tony, I can go up there today and they only bumped it up to 40,000. I can buy the whole block for 120.
It's still for sale too. It's still for sale too.
It still look the same, and I'm waiting for that to change too.
What I'm saying,
it hasn't,
and it ain't. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm just sitting back now, letting it do what it do, because it's gonna do what it do. And
damn, Tony, you gotta do more than let it do what it do.
What you gonna do? You say you've been waiting. What you do about Baltimore in that situation?
I ain't do nothing. I cried and went home. Because it was my state. It was my state of Maryland. It was my state where I lived at the time, and it was like, damn, is this really happening like this?
Well, I want to know what it is to do. Yeah, if our politicians or the ones that's supposed to be our politicians for us, down for us, if they can't do, if they ain't doing nothing, what can the average Joker do, man? We play his position, stay in his lane, and stay out their way. And they can tell you can vote. We voted. We voted for Bill Clinton. We voted for. Tried to vote for Hillary. Tried all that, man. Man, it's.
But you still don't vote, right? You still say I got to take the lesser of two evils, right?
No, I only think it's.
You don't never take the lesser of two evils?
No, I did. I did that the last election.
Okay.
I did that the last election.
Okay, right.
But I don't even feel that. The lesser two evils is. Man, it ain't even. It's a waste of my time to get in line. And I know it's a waste of my time to get in line.
I don't think so.
But I know people going, say he can't talk, he don't want to talk on vote. I got you. I'm not gonna complain. I'm just sitting there talking shit right now, kicking shit. That's all I'm doing. But I'm not gonna complain because I see that ain't shit gonna change until shit changes, and when that's gonna happen, I have no idea. I don't think I'm gonna be here if and when things change. I don't think so.
For the God believers, I think he has to come back and just wipe this slate clean.
What are you waiting on?
I don't know. Because he has lessons to teach. And there's more lessons he gave us all testimonies, though, Tony. He gave it to us.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
like I said, I'm good in my own confinement, my own surroundings and everything. Yeah. But don't tell me,
I'm good sitting here too with you.
Yeah.
Listen, I like the space.
All right. But telling me that I'm supposed to love America because you love America, I can't do that. When America treats me like they treat you, Caucasian people, then I probably could start to feel that way. Because tell me, let me get to this. I told somebody before, about you know, how many blacks get killed by police. I think it was on social media. It's a statement. The person came back to me. More white people get killed by police than black people do. And that's true. That's facts. That's facts. But blacks make 13%.
I don't believe that.
That's true, Dan. Blacks make 13%. Blacks make 13% of around 13% of population. Whites make between, if they're just white or brown, 27. They make about 60 to 75% of the population. So yeah, they get killed more. It's that many more white people out here that's doing shit than there is a black woman. But let's say, so I flipped it. How many get killed unarmed? How many unarmed get killed? That's the ticket. How many are unarmed? It's more than 3 times as many blacks that get killed that's unarmed than white folk. And it's that many more white people in it. So it's telling you that white folk get killed because they're out there having fights with the police. They're out there armed. They're out there having shootouts. They're out there saying, motherfucker, I ain't putting my weapon down and all. That's why they getting killed, because they're armed and they're threatening. They are threatening. They're trying. But the black person without a gun, without nothing, is more likely to get his head gets killed than that white man with a gun in his hand.
That's the fear factor. That's the fear factor that you talk about.
Well, that's the fear factor that you talk about. That's why I'm telling people, why should I feel America is great? But I got to worry about my chances of getting shot and killed by me getting pulled over for a speeding ticket, running a red light or something real minor of that. I got to fear for when I hear that siren, he ain't even coming for me. For some reason, my heart stopped pumping a little while when I hear the siren. Why the hell? I bet you ain't no white person in their car worried about. I ain't even did nothing.
They gonna pull out the paper plates.
But I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, I ain't looking for me, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh nah, okay. Why should I feel like
go
that?
down, right?
Yeah, when you get past. Oh, damn, okay.
But Tony, that's something that they're telling me, and I don't know if this is fact. You know, if you can hit me up, you know, on social media and let me know that Welling, which I say line, I got that from my kids, of course. You know, I call it line. They say Welling, but tell me if there's going to be a less majority of Caucasian folks in this country. Soon, there will be more of a minority majority. There'll be more majority of minorities in here than there will be Caucasians in this country, right?
Yeah, that's what they say.
That's what they say. It's coming pretty soon. I think it's 40 or something, or 35.
They say that's what's coming, but they say that's why.
So do you think the picture's going to look different? I'm asking you to just guesstimate in a sense, because
what the picture? What picture you talking
about? The governing, the kindness, the kindness, but the safe way, the prices, whatever. How does that look different? Because if it's coming,
but the powers that be, man,
they fighting it now.
The powers that be are still in charge of these things, man. The power, the people with that money are still in charge of the big movement. So if you're looking for a big change, I don't know. You might see something small here and there.
Slow.
You know, they throw us a bone.
Slow.
They throw us a bone every now and then. That's what the politicians do. That's why I say that's why I don't really.
But Tony, who's making these decisions? Who has the wherewithal, the brain power, the foresight? Who has all of these great powers to know who's framing this earth? Because somebody's framing it. From what you're telling me, the Joker's going to do this. He's still going to have power. He's going to move it. Who is he? I mean, how does he work? Does he have a she with him? Or a lot of
money. He is the money.
It's money. Okay.
He is the money. The people with the big money.
Okay.
The people with the big money. I'm not gonna name the names. I know you've heard the names before.
Exactly.
Going around that who runs this country and all that. So I'm not gonna do that. Let them do that.
Right.
But yeah, that's who they are. They are. And if you watch it, it's been in something. All the movies aren't fiction. You know what I'm saying? It's things that's thrown in movies to give you insight of what's really going on. So they're all of them fiction. That's an interesting point. It's some things that are said in movies that are said. They done showed discussions, round table discussions with powerful men saying these things out loud, man. It's not, and they want some people who don't want to believe, oh, that's just a movie. It's not just the movie. I wish I could call out a couple of the
No,
movies
don't call nobody
no,
out.
I wish I could call out a couple of the movies that
Yeah.
these statements were in. They're telling you what we're going to do to control this population or treat this population or give drugs to this community to have them fighting and killing over ourselves while we make our money over here. Let them ends fighting and kill each other while we make our money over
But
here.
the cat must have got out of the bag at January the 6th, Tony, because they let the cat out of the bag when they rushed the Capitol. I ain't see many African American faces down there.
No, it was only about one or two.
Right. So I mean, the cat must have got out of control, out of the bag, because when they attacked that on national and worldwide TV, they attacked that Capitol. That wasn't a good look for anybody.
But they cleaned it up.
Especially for Caucasians.
No, they cleaned that up. They said it won't nothing.
They tried to do
they
that.
said they tried to. Oh yeah, people going to jail. They still. You ask one of his people. Was that anything?
Right. It was just company picnic.
A couple of people got out of hand. You know, that's all it was. But they were just trying to. They know the election. The election was stolen, and they wanted to not let that happen.
But that's not against the law that you going in into somebody's capital.
It's against the law. It's against the law of black people.
You couldn't do it.
That's what I said. It's against the law for black people.
Well, no, it's against the law for everybody because they hold some of them accountable.
Some of them got.
Some of them been held accountable. I must admit.
Okay.
Some of them been held accountable.
Yeah,
I think that one guy got 18 years just day before yesterday or something like that.
That's the one that I ain't see it. Was he crying?
I think he was crying.
Somebody
He left
said
the
he was
courtroom,
crying.
but they said he was faking too because the Joker, when he left the courtroom, the judge had left the bench. He threw his hands up and said, you know, America great again or something like that. Maybe I'm a little wrong on what I'm saying. But he did something where I knew he said he raised his hand, looked back at the gallery, and he raised his hand and said something to the effect that
it doesn't matter. Man. He probably know when the orange guy get reelected that he gonna pardon him out of there. He gonna get him out of there.
Yeah.
He gonna get all of them out of there that locked up for that because they did what he wanted them to do. But But his father say he ain't telling him to do that. He ain't telling them.
It's hard to get away from that one.
But let me tell you, no, it ain't hard for them. It ain't hard. Man, let me tell you what. Let me tell you the baddest. Give me the baddest. I'm gonna tell you something. The Republicans, they some bad.
I don't give them that much credit.
Man, I'm telling you, they thorough, man.
I don't give them that much credit, Tony.
Let me tell you why they bad, though.
Why?
Because somebody in their party can do whatever. They can see somebody in their party shoot somebody, rape somebody, kidnap somebody on tape, and you ask one of them in their party about it, they gonna say, well, we gotta wait to see, the outcome.
Yeah.
There's gotta be an investigation. I'm not sure if he. But they not going down.
I'm not saying they bad. Tony.
No,
I'm saying they
gotta be bad.
Hypocritical. They ain't bad. They are hypocritical.
Well, that's probably a good word.
They ain't bad.
But I like to call them bad because I think to sit there and lie and anybody on the news and anybody and you a politician to sit there and say, hey, Pence said he gonna steal back the orange guy if he get nominated. This man sent them people to kill him. This man sent them to kill him.
Yes.
This is why I'm telling you. That's how bad.
In real time.
That's why I'm telling you.
In open space.
That's why I'm telling you how bad they got a policy, but they not going against theirs no matter what, which is crazy.
Is he gonna kill you no matter what?
They was trying to kill.
They was
looking for him. And in a way, and I'm saying for real, I don't want to see anybody die over something sensitive for real. But on the way, I wish they would have gotten him. Just to
not to kill him.
No, to see what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
To see what's gonna happen. And Nancy would have got Nancy.
Nancy is a different story. Miss Pelosi is a different story.
But if they would have got Pence, they was gonna hurt that man. But I'm saying he's still
for the mere fact of what he didn't do, they was gonna hurt him.
And who told him he didn't do it? They boss told him that they didn't do it.
Well, he said it out loud.
They told him.
It out loud.
But they said he ain't sent him down there to do nothing.
But that's Pence's spinelessness, and I hate to say that, but he showed clear spinelessness.
All of them. But I call it bad. I call it bad in a way, because I'm saying y'all are so fucked up that y'all gonna stand by anything this party do, anything they do, no matter what, until you can't stand anymore. You're gonna stand until you can't stand anymore.
Yeah.
And
They burning the house down, scorched earth, Tony. They burning the whole house down, and that's Trump. I get that, or 45. I mean, I would say that's 45. But that scorched earth type of thinking from him is really his hold on them, and they don't even know. Listen, this dude told the Vice President of the United States, in a sense, man, y'all kill this joker. Y'all hang him.
Man, I know they did.
Yeah, I mean, the Vice President of the United States. Think of the pride say, "Oh, Kamala, we want to kill you. We really want to take your life." What?
They came with to do it too. They went to do it. Not all of them, but there was some in that party that was trying to get to him.
But the greater majority, I'm gonna say over 2,000, 3,000. How many of them were in the Capitol? All of them had that term. I guarantee if they could have got him, they would have stepped on his toe and hurt his toe.
But if you ask his followers, they'll say, nah, that ain't what they was gonna do. They didn't say that. Because they say
in the moment,
they say it's a witch hunt. Why he's getting all these charges? Why he's getting indicted? It's a witch hunt. He ain't do nothing, damn.
Tony, there's a sickness, right? There's a cancer, to me. This is my opinion. There's a sickness and a cancer that's in the Republican Party. And is it your job? Is it my job? Or is it the Republicans' job to root that crap out? We can call it out. I said call it. We can call it out. That's what we shit talking right now and doing. But is it our job to root it out? We can't fix this problem, Tony. It has to come within. Just hear me when I say that.
They don't want it fixed. They too scared. The power. It's the power thing, though. Trump got too much power right now, and nobody want. They scared.
Power how?
The voters. That's the power.
But I'm saying I get the power. That's it. But what do you have? I need so bad. Oh, he controls all the oxygen in the Republican Party. When I say oxygen, I mean literally shit for you to inhale and exhale, right? The oxygen for us to live? No. You can't have that much power.
But if you got, it's like a cult, man. It's like a cult following. I mean, you can say all of that there, but if you got those followers who gonna follow you to the death and to the these fools going to jail for him.
That's a sickness.
They going okay, but he got a lot of sick people there.
Yeah, that's
he got enough to win this election. And if I had to bet right now, I'd say he'll win. He's gonna win.
Oh, if I had to bet, I would say that he would not win.
Who's gonna win?
Biden will win this election. He'll lose by 6,000. He'll win by 6 million votes. That's just my opinion.
Okay, all right.
I think he'll win by 6 million votes.
Okay, all right.
And it's not going to be the 11,780 votes that Trump said that he needed out of Georgia. You know, I got it down right.
You just need to give me
that's
those
all
votes.
You need to do.
Give me those votes.
On tape.
On tape. But he ain't do nothing wrong.
He ain't do nothing wrong.
He ain't do nothing, man. Come on, Trump ain't do nothing wrong. They just after him because he got too much on the government. That's what they tell me. That's the only reason.
Too much on the government?
Yeah.
What can he do when he can't sell it?
I don't
it
know,
ain't worth no money.
No, he
got sell to the Saudis.
That's why they want to lock him up. I guess they thinking he might do something like that. I don't know.
He can't even do the nuclear thing without help.
Man, I'm saying.
The military don't listen to 45 right now. Today, Tony,
you sure they don't?
They don't. Today, Tony, because the kickback that he got, the pushback, the reason. Listen, Tony, nobody wants to be sitting in open court on camera with all the shit that you've done being spewed out there. Nobody.
I wouldn't think so,
it's a pride thing.
You know this guy, everybody that he puts in office, everybody that he says is a great guy, he's going to do a wonderful job, that he had to wind up firing. Next thing you know, he was a coward. He was soft all the time.
Right. You know, but lawyers, you have to get lawyers.
He got. I mean, I just seen the tape about 10 people he done did this to, man.
Yeah.
And people don't see that type of guy. That type of guy you is. It's like, why you can let somebody go and say, yeah, we just had to part ways, you know. Nah, he got to degrade them and say they're the worst person in the way. Yeah, man. How can you follow a guy like that? Because you gonna be the same type. You know, Kanye was his man for a minute. And Kanye told me he wanted to run against him. He told Kanye crazy.
Right.
Kanye was his man.
Right.
In the Republican Party, that's how they. Remember when Kanye said Bush didn't care for black people? Yeah. They said Kanye was crazy. Then they was like that little black nigga ain't nothing. He's just another nigga. But then when he said, I like Trump and he like my father, they was like, see, Kanye's a good guy. He's a great guy. Then whatever they go with, whatever the flow is, man. I can't stand.
When you miss your medication, that's a terrible thing.
Yeah,
that's all
yeah.
I'm just saying. I ain't saying who missed their medication or how they missed it, but your medication.
I'm not
means
one.
a lot.
I'm
That's
not
all
one
I'm
who
saying.
believes in medicating people, but some people probably need something.
Right. When you miss your medication,
some people probably
things
need
get off the rails.
But
you know,
that's that guy. And but I'm just trying to put it out there how they just change the narrative, no matter what it is, to fit their thing, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Tony, we'll be coming back to him. I guarantee you, because the reason why I say that is because we have an election in 24, right, which is a year and a half out, right, and a lot is going to transpire in between there that we're going to have to kick it. We're going to have to talk some shit about it.
Tell me this, and we can do this, and then we just get on. You think you're going to jail?
Yes.
Oh Lord.
Yes,
man.
Tony, I'm telling you,
man.
it's already been worked out.
Oh, man.
That's just my opinion.
I know.
Because see, most people didn't think he would ever be indicted.
You right.
I mean, just indicted.
You right.
But Tony,
going to jail is
here's the
another
finish.
thing.
But here's the finish, Tony. You gotta finish this. When you start down this road, and Democrats knew this shit all along. That's why they were kind of hesitant and slow in crossing all the T's and I's, in my opinion. They knew all along that the end result was going to be, if this man is indicted and he's convicted, he must go to jail. Everything that we've said to every person in this world, I didn't say in the United States, I said in this world, is being watched. We are being watched. Our party is not legitimate. I'm not saying me as a Democrat, but I'm saying they're saying our party is being watched and we must finish this job. Not for something he didn't do, for the things he did do. We gotta finish it.
I look at the Democrats as being soft.
Okay.
I look at them as being soft for
Okay.
starting. That's why I say the Republicans are so bad, because they go with the flow no matter, even though it's wrong in every way. But I'm just saying they go with, and I think the Democrats just suck up. They're gonna fall out because. And there's one thing about this now. Somebody else said, dude Charleston White brought this up. I don't know who he is, but he's like a internet sensation now.
Okay,
whatever,
I would know. You know I'm not on social media.
Right. But he said in his thing, he said Trump is guaranteed Secret Service with him wherever he go.
True that.
So how he's gonna go to jail and not have Secret Service?
No, he's gonna have Secret Service protection. But that's being worked out right now. In jail.
Okay.
In jail. And see, and that's the kicker for Trump. That he should be laying his life on, the mere fact that dude ain't gonna be able to get at him like he get at everybody else.
If that one comes to pass, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna change.
Buy me a Snickers. Buy me a Snickers bar.
I'm gonna buy you a Snickers, and I might even change my way. I might start thinking it's some help. It's
if he goes to prison.
If he goes to
prison.
prison.
Oh my God.
If he goes to prison, man, I might even start thinking. I might
that there's some God.
Yeah. I know there's a God.
I know you know there's a God,
but I'm just saying. No, I'm gonna say there is some decent people in the politics.
On both sides.
On both. Yeah.
That's what you know how you do it. Trump said on both sides.
Yeah.
People, right.
On both sides.
Good people. Okay.
Good people on both sides.
Fair enough.
Even them motherfuckers over there that was calling y'all niggas.
And running people over with cars.
Yeah,
right?
they still some good people.
How the hell do you take a car? And I know I'm switching a little bit, but I'm in the same realm. But you can't take a car and run through a group of people and say you ain't a hate crime. How's that not a hate crime, Tony? Because you were talking about how they describe hate crime because yes and no. So I'm saying I'm tying that together to say, if you run a car into a group of people, do you like them? Is that a like crime? Is that a good crime? A feel good crime? Or I just want to hurt your friend?
I just told you they got.
I just want to hurt your friend.
They got different rules out here for different folks, man.
Yeah.
There's different rules for different folks out here, and that's why I'm saying. And I think my Black American people who are Trump supporters or who believe that America is great, and all those things have accepted that it's okay being second class. That it's okay it's okay. Woo. I'm doing okay. I make money.
Woo, Tony.
But they accept it. It's okay being second class.
You don't know what first class look like.
No.
You know what you see.
I know what I see. I know what it's supposed to look like.
You know what you
I know what it's
see.
supposed to look like.
But
I know when I see that guy cursing out that cop, calling him a pig, and you better get the fuck off my fucking car, and you get over. I have your fucking job tomorrow, and and he just ride off, and I know that. I'm like, damn, that must be first class. That must be first class. That's how you must be first class in America. Because you could do that shit. Because I'll be scared to say that
That's
shit on my mouth.
funny, Tony. That's
Nah,
funny.
it ain't funny, man. It's facts.
Well, I get it. But first class citizen got a hell of a mouth.
Yeah,
He need to tone that down.
You do that. I seen a woman, a cop pulled over her son. Son called the mother. The mother came up there, told the motherfucker, they don't get off her motherfucker. They don't get off her motherfucker son, man.
And listen, guys, I'm laughing. We keep from crying, but I'm crying laughing, brother, because he's exactly right with what he's saying.
Man, I'm just saying that's how first class is, man.
You're exactly right.
I don't know why we can't get first class like that.
Well, because we never knew it.
And that's
we may change it up.
It's so disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
We're gonna give them flowers and lilies.
Yeah,
we got plenty of lilies to pass around, Tony. So we're gonna change the way you look at first class status.
Yeah,
that's all right.
I hope we do, man.
So you hope we do, right?
But nah, I can't. So I can't. I can't fall into the narrative that we great country, man. Until I feel like we a great country for us, for people of color, man.
Well, we're gonna visit this again, and I tell you.